evening, viewers. You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. There have been two big developments today. Development one, Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, was sent to 14-day judicial custody. He will now be lodged in Tihar jail till the 20th of March. Scathing charges were levelled by the CBI in court, claiming witnesses were being targeted and threatened. The agency also claimed that political colour was being given to the probe. However, this is just the beginning of troubled times for Mr. Sisodia, as the ED will now soon also ask his custody in the liquor scam. So a lot going on there. These were images of a smiling Manish Sisodia, who was taken to the CBI court at Rouse Avenue. But let's take you now to development number two, but let's listen in to all the reactions coming in first.
ना सिर्फ मनीष सिसोदिया जी के वकील ने, मनीष सिसोदिया जी ने खुद कोर्ट में कहा कि उनको मेंटली टॉर्चर किया जा रहा है। इस सीबीआई के पास मनीष सिसोदिया जी के खिलाफ 1 रुपए के भी भ्रष्टाचार का सबूत नहीं है, लेकिन अपने राजनीतिक आकाओं को खुश करने के लिए सीबीआई ने उन्हें अरेस्ट कर लिया। इसलिए वो मनीष सिसोदिया पे मानसिक दबाव बना रहे हैं, मानसिक प्रताड़ना कर रहे हैं कि वो एक फॉल्स कन्फेशन साइन करें और वो मान लें कि उन्होंने भ्रष्टाचार किया है।
देखिए, ये 20 मार्च तो अभी तो जांचें आगे बढ़ रही है। मुझे लगता है ये 20 मार्च 20 महीने हो सकते हैं, कई साल हो सकते हैं, और एक बार फिर से लोगों को ये विश्वास हुआ है, हमारे दिल्ली के लोगों को, कि अपराध करने वाले का जो हश्र होता है वही मनीष सिसोदिया के साथ हो रहा है।
All right, so that was development one. The other big development today politically, the CBI and where agencies are concerned. The CBI went to interrogate ex-Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Yadav's wife Rabri Devi in the Land for Jobs scam. The wife and the ex-CM Rabri Devi was grilled by the CBI today, both to appear, which is Lalu and Rabri Devi, to appear before court on the 15th of March. During investigation, the CBI received what they say multiple complaints alleging that even their land was taken at throwaway prices in exchange of jobs in railways. Listen in to Rabri Devi. Meanwhile, the Bihar Deputy CM Tejasvi Yadav and Bihar Minister Tej Pratap Yadav were also present at the residence when the raids and questioning was taking place. Listen in to Rabri Devi and then we'll give you a bit of context to all of this.
सीबीआई की आपके घर पे क्या कहेंगे इसको लेकर?
कुछ नहीं कहेंगे।
हाँ,
चलिए
हमको एजेंसी से क्या लेना? उसका काम था, वो अपना काम किया चला गया।
मैम, बार-बार परेशान किया जा रहा है आप लोगों को,
और हजारों बार परेशान करेंगे हम लोग, बोलेंगे।
2024 से पहले क्या इस तरह के डराने की कोशिश लग रही है आप?
Now let's give you context to both these developments. They come just a day, 24 hours after 9 opposition parties wrote a scathing letter to nobody else but the Prime Minister. The letter was signed by Telangana Chief Minister KCR, Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, Bihar Deputy CM Tejasvi, among others. And what did the letter say? The letter said that this was a witch hunt against and misuse of central agencies against opposition parties.
देखिए, इस वक्त देश प्रधानमंत्री जी की जो कार्यशैली है वो ये हो गई है कि देश के अंदर किसी भी राज्य में अगर विपक्ष की बीजेपी के अलावा किसी सरकार होगी तो उस सरकार को काम नहीं करने देंगे। ये बहुत ज्यादा खतरनाक है।
नो ऑपोजिशन पार्टी में कौन कौन लोग हैं, समझ लें। जम्मू कश्मीर के पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री फारूक अब्दुल्ला साहब, जो कि खुद एक स्टेडियम घोटाले में, क्रिकेट स्टेडियम घोटाले में जिनकी जांच चल रही है। केसीआर की पार्टी बीआरएस, जिनकी बेटी लिकर गेट के शक के दायरे में है। ममता बनर्जी, जिनके मंत्री के घर से लाखों करोड़ों रुपए पाया जाता है। तो ये सबके सब क्या कि चोर चोर मुसेरे भाई इकट्ठे हो गए हैं, अपनी जान बचाने के लिए एक दूसरे के लेकर पत्र लिखते हैं।
So it's very interesting because both these developments are primarily the one of CBI at the residence of Rabri Devi has come exactly 24 hours when Rabri Devi's own son, today the Deputy CM of Bihar, was one of the signees to a letter to the Prime Minister which says that there's a witch hunt on to target opposition parties and the government was misusing federal agencies. Well, let's cut across, which has of course led to a huge amount of political debate. Let's take it to our panelists this evening. Siddharth Sharma, spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party, joins us, as well as Ashish Sood, spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, Swati Malik, spokesperson, Congress. Let's begin today with the Congress spokesperson, Swati Malik. Swati Malik, where does the Congress actually stand in all of this? Because when the CBI come knocking to the Congress's door, it's a witch hunt. When they come to the AAP, it's perfectly fine because Manish Sisodia is guilty. And you're also not one of the signees. You didn't sign that letter which went to the Prime Minister. So what's the game plan?
Thank you for having this debate, Preeti. And where Congress has always maintained this, much before even this latest, letter, we've always maintained that the ED and the other agencies are being used by the central government only and only to quieten the opposition. And that is the only, it's only to quieten the opposition, it is only to blackmail and maybe just lure people to join the BJP. Now I'm sure I don't want to read out the entire list of Mr. Biswa, of Mr. Rane, all those people against whom ED was taking a very strict action, investigation of 1100...
You know, Swati, the question's not that. The question's very clear.
I'm coming to that, Preeti. I'm coming to that.
Yes.
The question as far as Aam Aadmi Party is also concerned, now why has this action been taken? Because Congress Party had registered a complaint, has filed a complaint against Aam Aadmi Party and against the liquor policy. And yet, why is this action being taken now? Why only after 17th of October? I'll tell you the reason for that also. Only after Mr. Sanjay Singh started talking about the whole Adani and the Prime Minister relationship and the connection. It is only after that this also has been taken.
No,
right?
One second. No, nobody's understanding what is the stand of the Congress. Is it a witch hunt against the Aam Aadmi Party or not? Yes or no?
Aam Aadmi Party certainly has lots of questions to answer.
So what is the Congress's take on all of this? Because everybody's a little confused. You're not this. There are 9 chief ministers and other leaders of the opposition who've signed this letter which has been sent to the Prime Minister. Congress or any of its leader or chief ministers hasn't signed that. So the Congress doesn't believe that there is a witch hunt on where opposition is concerned?
There is a witch hunt on when everybody, all the other instances I've told you, but not for this suspect arrest, not for Mr. Manish Sisodia, because we are the ones who raise these questions. The BJP is acting after almost 1 year.
So the reason why the Congress did not sign, Swati Malik, on that letter is because Aam Aadmi Party is guilty, the rest are not, but they are clubbed together, therefore the Congress is not going to sign. If there was no Aam Aadmi Party, would you have signed?
Yes, for this one instance, for this one complaint, yes, Aam Aadmi Party we've been asking Aam Aadmi Party all these questions, therefore we did not sign.
So Swati Malik, you're saying right now on national television, if the Aam Aadmi Party was not part of the 2 chief ministers, be it Arvind Kejriwal or Bhagwant Mann, were not part of signing that letter, and if it was the other 7 chief ministers, deputy chief ministers, you would have signed?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is on this specific issue, on the liquor scam.
But Swati Malik, one fails to understand then what you're saying. But
no, because
nobody understands. Where does the Congress stand on this? 1 second, just stay with me. Siddharth Sharma, I know you're laughing, in all of this, but one can say the same to you as well, no? When the agencies come knocking on the Aam Aadmi Party's doorstep, it's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt against Manish Sisodia. It's political vendetta. When they go calling, where the Congress is concerned, they deserved it. They had it coming. They are corrupt.
Preeti, point number 1, I was not laughing. God has given me a smiling face, so I try to put up that face. We are supposed to be on television. Point number 2, the less said about Congress, the better, because we can understand Congress's embarrassment. We beat them fair and square, not just in Delhi, in Punjab. So let them go around with their Bharat Yatra. Good wishes to them. Today, what has happened, yesterday's letter, it has a little bit of a context. Let us understand. This has nothing to do with anything else. According to India's federal structure, your constitution, the central government is like a patriarch of the family and the state government is like the son of the same father. A father can't be biased towards one son and put another brother into jail. If non-BJP governments like Telangana, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Delhi, Punjab are harassed by governors and investigative agencies, how can India become a Vishwaguru? How is it respecting the diverse mandate of the people? This is the critical question that the opposition parties are asking, because it is nobody's case. Everyone knows that if Manish Sisodia, for a second, if we say that Manish Sisodia has committed certain wrong, then how come Karnataka today? Incidentally, I am sitting in Karnataka and coming to you live. In Karnataka, on the streets, everybody is saying that the BJP government is a 40% commission government, and its MLAs are getting caught red-handed, 6 crores in their hands, and ED and CBI don't go there. He's a declared absconder.
No, 1 second.
So,
Siddharth Sharma, you can say that the Congress is embarrassed, but it's a little rich coming from a party which doesn't even have one Lok Sabha MP. The Congress at least has 53. The Congress at least has 53, sir.
We have 10 MPs in the Rajya Sabha.
Rajya Sabha, sir, I'm talking about Lok Sabha. One Lok Sabha MP, not one. It's a little rich that you take on the... 1 second, please hear me out.
Parliamentary democracy.
Mr. Sharma, hear my question out, sir. Hear my question out.
Even Rajya Sabha MPs are counted. Even Rajya Sabha MPs are counted.
I'm talking about Lok Sabha, the ones who have come democratically elected from the people, right? Not from the party. So, yes, you don't even have... Sir, let me finish my question. Mr. Sharma, let me finish my question.
They are not democratically elected?
Elected by the party, sir. They are not elected by the people. Am I supposed to explain how Rajya Sabha MPs are elected?
So why, if
they're not elected by the people. They're not elected by the people of the country. What are we arguing about? 1 second. Mr. Sharma, you are trying to derail the... Sir, can I just get Mr. Sharma, can I get...
judgment on me?
Nobody's passing any judgment to you. You're refusing to hear the question. It's a little rich is what I'm saying, and it is.
No, it is not rich. It is what I've said is already on record. The BJP, India's federal structure states that the union government has to be like a patriarchal figure. It cannot, any law, Preeti, just give me 5 seconds. Any law is fundamentally justice, synonymous with something like air, available to all equitably. BJP in its delusion of power brandishes law like a demon.
But sir, you okay, well done. That's a nicely, Mr. 1 second. Sir, that's a very nicely put together statement, but when you talk about delusion, there's a bit of it which comes from you as well. You cannot compare right now, even if you would like to, you cannot compare yourself to the Congress. The Congress still has 54 or 53 MPs where the Lok Sabha is concerned, and more than you where the Rajya Sabha is concerned. On the other hand, the question is very clear. Is it the fact that when the agencies come knocking to the Aam Aadmi Party's doorstep, it's a witch hunt? The same question I asked Swati Malik. When it goes to the Congress, it's vendetta. It's not vendetta. They deserved it. They're corrupt. But stay with me. I'm just going to open the debate as well. Ashish Sood, many would suggest the timing is perfect. Yesterday, the opposition gets together, writes a letter to the Prime Minister calling out what is vendetta politics according to them. Today, the CBI is at the doorstep of Rabri Devi.
Who registered the case against Rabri Devi and Lalu Yadav ji? Was it Narendra Modi government, or they are very old cases of fodder scams? And it was Mr. Sharma's party. It was his leader, the so-called self-proclaimed champion of transparency, who used to stand in the Constitution Club and call Lalu Yadav, Chidambaram, Kapil Sibbal and all as thieves, corrupt people, and later on he apologized all of them. So, Lalu Yadav ji and Rabri Devi ji were booked in a case of fodder scam 30 years ago. He has been charge sheeted, he has been convicted, and he has been debarred from contesting elections. So if you are opposing Narendra Modi ji, if you are opposing the policies of BJP, that doesn't give you a liberty to be corrupt, to extort money from the coffers of the state.
Ashish, there's something that even the general Janta today has come to understand, and which is the BJP washing machine effect. The last ones I'll point out, the ones who skipped from the Shiv Sena, which was the Uddhav faction, and now of course what is the real Shiv Sena, at that time the Eknath Shinde faction. You and I both know, sir, how many of them had cases against them. And since when has the ED, CBI or any agency has come calling?
I'll explain you.
So people will ask these questions.
No, I'll explain you. What opposition is trying to say in this letter is what they have been always, Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi has been claiming in their press conference. They talk about Manish Sisodia ne schools mein revolution kar diya hai. It is not the matter of Education Minister Manish Sisodia. It is a matter pertaining to the Excise and Revenue Minister Manish Sisodia, who has who has given
But
the
it's not
policy.
just Manish Sisodia, Mr. Ashish Sood. There's Mamata Banerjee. Let's say Bhagwant Mann is part of the Aam Aadmi Party. Leave alone Arvind Kejriwal and Bhagwant Mann. Look at the other people who've signed in. Deputy Chief Minister, Bihar, Tejasvi Yadav, whose mother today, who is the former Chief Minister, is being raided by the CBI today as well.
Let me reply.
There are 7 other names to it.
Let me
Yes.
reply you. Let
Please
me reply you.
Reply, sir.
Tejasvi Yadav is already booked under a case of
Sir, shall I now start counting the number of leaders that have skipped to the BJP and suddenly their trail has gone? The question I'm asking.
How can I debate with you?
No,
Completed
Ashish
your
Sood.
question, and before letting me give a reply.
Because sir, I'll tell you why. You're shifting goalposts. Shall I give you a detailed chronology of names
When
that have
Manish
moved to the
Sisodia says, you all
Sir,
report
speak.
it very well. When Manish Sisodia says in the court that you cannot force them to him to reply what he wants to say. Let me reply the way I want to
please
reply.
reply. Please
Why
reply.
do you want me to reply the way you want me to reply?
Sir, because you're not, because I've asked, it's not the way I want you to reply. I've asked you a question, you're not answering that question, you're talking about
I'm
something else.
answering you. You asked me.
Sir,
There are many other people who have signed it. I'm telling you who all have signed it.
No, sir, I'm not asking you this question if you hear the question. The question is, sir, there have been multiple... You're not again letting me ask you the question.
Tejasvi is
Sir,
already...
let me ask the question, Mr. Sood. The question is, there have been a number of political leaders who have jumped to your party, who had active cases being investigated by central agencies against them, and suddenly, once they move to your party, the cases go cold. The opposition allegedly calls this the BJP's washing machine effect.
No, this is a false allegation. There were certain people, some issues were raised against them. There are courts in the country. If opposition feels that those cases are not being pursued in a proper manner, they can go to the court. Why are they not going to the court? They know. Shouting on the TV channels, giving statements in the press conferences is very easy. Proving these points are wrong. When crores of rupees is found in Mr. Mandal's with Mr. Mandal, the minister of Mamata government, and some other minister, and a room full of notes, a bundle of notes is found, and they say it is a witch hunt. So, which glass they use to find which is witch hunt or not?
Sir, again, okay, I'm going to now cut across to our, okay, this is not a debate between you and I'll cut across to our other 2 panelists there, but I just gave you very recent examples and there have been plenty more. I will give you the recent examples of all the MLAs who shifted to Eknath Shinde's faction.
No.
All of them, sir, they had active, 3 out of them had active case. Okay, I'm going to let this go.
Against them. They can go to the court. Why are they not going to the court?
Sir, why will they go to the court? The opposition is saying that your cases go cold against them.
Opposition does not mean that they can give on. They can come out with the false allegations. Opposition.
Sir, how are they false? They were being investigated by the central agencies and the cases have gone cold since they moved to the BJP. 1 second. Okay, I just want to go to Swati Malik again. Swati Malik, would you like to once again reiterate where does the Congress stand when it comes down to calling out the BJP or the central government when it says this is vendetta politics or a witch hunt? Because you can't, have your cake and eat it too.
Preeti, I don't think I was able to clarify or make my point very clear last time when you asked me the same question. But yes, let me just point out one thing. Like you were asking Mr. Sood, I completely agree with your point. Please ask him what happened to Mr. Biswa, what happened to the Reddy brothers, what happened to Mukul Roy, what happened to Narayan Rane. I have a whole list here. What happened to Bhavani Davli, what happened to Yamini Jadhav, what happened to all those people just before they joined BJP and after they joined BJP. What changed? What exactly changed in this entire...
But where does the Congress stand, Swati Malik? Those were questions that I've already put forth. Now I'm asking you, where does the Congress stand?
Go and prove it in the
So
court.
the Congress here stands very clearly with the fact, like you said, this is the washing machine for
But only it's a washing machine. But Swati Malik, my question is it a washing machine only for your party or the opposition parties which are towards your ideology? Because it's...
I'm sure you would have read what Ms. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra also tweeted. She's also tweeted in support of Rabri ji today. She's also tweeted, we've taken the stand against against lots of these inquiries that have been initiated.
Who lodged a case against Rabri Devi?
No,
All right, so the Aam Aadmi Party is the only one where you differ. The Aam Aadmi Party is the only one which you differ. All right. Siddharth Sharma, the fact is... Okay, Siddharth Sharma,
If I'm allowed to just complete my point, please.
Make your point, ma'am, make your point.
Who lodged?
Sir, can you please stop interjecting? Can I just get Swati Malik? Go ahead, Swati Malik, make your point quickly.
As far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned and this particular arrest of Mr. Sisodia is concerned, we have been very clear about it. This has been done, although after a year of filing our complaint, but we are the ones requested for
Siddharth Sharma, final comments from you. What is the Aam Aadmi Party's game plan? Is it still trying very hard to stitch up a front which is a non-Congress front? Because can you actually go into an election in 2024 on the basis of that?
Preeti, 2024 is far away. Aam Aadmi Party doesn't believe in politics, it believes in policies. We think, and all the opposition parties, especially the regional parties, very clearly think now that even before 2024, the BJP, in its greed to grab power, is going to go hammer and tongs totally unconstitutionally against all the parties which are non-BJP. And at the same time, it will make sure that its own people are not harassed. On the other hand, for example...
With that, well, ultimately these are allegations that are coming in where the opposition is concerned, even though the opposition seems to be disunited even in those allegations. But having said that, we're going to leave it at that, but trust the debate to only get hotter viewers in days to come. Today, the CBI came calling where Rabri Devi, the ex-Chief Minister of Bihar, was concerned. All of that in light of a letter that was written by opposition parties just 24 hours ago to the Prime Minister, alleging a central agency's witch hunt.